Ooh, let's fix that real quick.
It's a little leg.
Hi. Okay.
Yeah, that's better for me. Anyway. Hey, Anna.
Hi.
How are you doing this week?
Good. Good. How about you?
Doing well. It's really good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just checking in. How'd your week go?
Okay. I'm still living where I'm living. He's still there. So, still awkward, but, you know, life goes on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So he hasn't moved out.
he hasn't moved out.
Yeah. No ramifications from the legal stuff.
No. Which, honestly, like, is kind of still stressing me out
Mm-hmm.
because it's like it's, you know, kind of still over my head. Like, what? Is he going to do anything? Is he not going to do anything?
Yeah. It's still open-ended.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. I wish I could just know. So I don't know. And it's like weird. Like a few days before like everything did whatever it did,
Yeah.
he was like, I want to change my identity. Like I'm just thinking back to like
Yeah.
things that we were talking about, just trying to figure it out, and I mean, I'm just remembering that and being so maybe he's just not stable. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what that's about. He's like a con artist or something. I don't
Yeah. So he said he wanted to change his identity shortly before he sent the email and cut off communication.
Right. And then he like sold all of his furniture. So like it's just the weirdest thing to me.
Yeah, it sounds pretty bizarre.
Yeah. Like I don't even know. I don't even know what that's about.
You seem a lot more comfortable with the situation, though, overall. Does that feel right? Or
Well, I mean, definitely just like in this past week, like nothing has happened in that way. Like he's still not talking to me. So I still don't know what happened. I still don't know what's going on, but it definitely doesn't feel as fresh.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. So less at the forefront of your mind, not as painful.
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what that is.
So, working toward this goal of, wanting to know yourself better and wanting to more deeply understand yourself, that the situation with your apartment building guy has brought up. I just want to know more about you, about your life and where you're coming from. We didn't get a lot of that introductory stuff in our first session. I'd just like to hear some of it if you're willing to share.
Okay. Well, so I live downtown, so this building that we live in, it's kind of, it's one of the high rises down there, and it's something that I've wanted to live in that kind of place forever. So when I finally was able to do it, I really went for it.
Yeah.
Somewhat at the expense of other things. So, because it can cost a lot to live there, but I like living there. I have a dog, and she and I kind of keep each other company. Which is something that I liked about this guy, was that he also has a dog. So I had felt like it was a good connection.
Yeah, must love dogs, like dog lover connection.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought he understood where we both were coming from.
Yeah.
And I like I said, I love my job, and I'm not really close with any of my family. We've never really had that connection, but so I'm just kind of living here right now, and I'm just dating and working.
Yeah,
really
doing the dailies of life, just trying to find a place here, all of that.
Right, exactly.
So where did you move from? Have you been here your whole life, or?
No, I I grew up in Texas. From there, moved to Africa.
Okay.
Did some missionary work there, and then came here after that. So my time was done. Went home for a little bit, and then came back. Moved here.
Yeah. So when did you move here?
Just in the last few years.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I still sometimes feel like a transplant, but I've enjoyed my time out here.
Gotcha.
So
yeah. So missionary work in Africa, that seems like a really big thing that you did.
Yeah, it's always been my passion to go out and live that kind of life. Helped with just some aid work there for an organization, and just loved the kids, loved being in that environment. I'd totally go back if I could.
Yeah,
just loved it.
Yeah, sounds like it was really fulfilling for you.
Yeah, I really enjoyed my time there.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then I, like I said, I grew up in Texas, and my family is still there. I don't really go back there much. So.
Yeah. Any particular reason you don't go back a lot, or?
Well, I mean, I think I kind of mentioned it our first session a little bit, that my mom and I don't really talk.
Yeah.
We've always been kind of distant. So I just haven't felt the need to go back and have that be a part of my life.
Yeah.
So much.
If you feel distant with someone, you often don't want to visit with them. It makes sense.
Right. And I mean, it, it's a little hurtful, the distance. Like, I don't feel like that's all me. Like, I called her a few weeks ago because I kind of wanted some advice on this, and that was the first time we talked in a while.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like she wasn't interested, didn't really want to hear more. So.
Yeah, that sounds really hard. Someone that is supposed to be your best friend and know everything about you is not very interested.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I don't know if we've ever been best friends, but I still feel like we should have some sort of connection.
Yeah.
It's just always been very distant.
Yeah.
I've kind of been jealous. I mean, I remember being jealous of my friends, in college and stuff like that, who'd call their moms, and we'd have that sort of relationship. And yeah, we've just never had that.
Yeah. That's really tough, especially when you see it happening other places.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what was it like growing up in that environment of distance?
Well.
Sorry, that is awesome. That is hilarious.
There's no way he's going to see us in this room.
So funny, you guys. Oh, that is funny. Okay, so this was, obviously I have not stirred up any issues at this point. So
I was starting to laugh anyway, so.
Yeah.
who's counseling right now?
I am.
Okay. Awesome.
So, what was it like growing up in that environment of distance?
Well, I mean, what is normal, right? So,
right. Yeah.
It felt normal, apart from the things that I can see from my friends of their relationships with their moms, but just quiet homes. It was just, I can think back to wanting to talk with her or wanting to have conversations and just not feeling that it was okay. And I would talk to my dad, but I mean, I just feel like there's some things dads just don't understand or just can't get on the same level, particularly in high school or something like that.
Oh yeah. Boys and dads don't mix, so.
Yeah, so just, wanting to have that and wanting, and like I said, just seeing it in other places. And then not being a part of it. And even when I wanted, letting my mom know that I wanted to go to Africa and I wanted to do these things, it not really registering. Like it just felt like it wasn't really a part of her life all that much.
Yeah.
Like I was going to Rwanda and I was doing stuff, going
doing
kind of
things.
kind of possibly dangerous things, and it wasn't that. It just didn't feel like it was that big of a deal.
Yeah. So it sounds like you felt like it wasn't really hitting home for her, that she wasn't emotionally connecting with these things you were doing.
Yeah, and just I don't know, like, not that I expect that my mom be super proud of everything that I do.
Yeah.
Or I don't really feel like I need that all that much in life. But, just wanting her to be proud of me. Just wanting to know that she felt that way.
Yeah, and it wasn't really coming through.
Right.
You mentioned earlier that it didn't feel okay for you to share certain things with her, to talk to her about things. I'm wondering, what does that mean for you? What did that feel like for you, for things not to be okay?
Well, maybe it didn't feel okay. Like I knew that wasn't just not a door that I could open, kind of. But I don't know. It just, what? Like I said, it was normal. Like I can remember like being in the kitchen and we'd both be there, but we wouldn't be talking. Like that was just what it was, and kind of from an early age sealing myself off to those emotions of that being hurtful or that being weird. So I don't know. I guess that's kind of my answer to that question is, I'm not sure what that would have been like if I had really been attuned to what my emotional state would have been at that time.
Right. But, it makes sense. You're in an environment where you're not feeling emotionally connected to or you're not feeling safe. Mm-hmm. And it's an understandable coping thing that you would shut yourself off to that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I kind of going back to what we were talking about, I don't go home to Texas.
Yeah.
And they don't come here. So, yeah, I don't really, I'd like there to be something better. Mm-hmm. I'd like there to be more.
Yeah.
So.
You're doing awesome. Hannah, right? Are you aware of what you're feeling right now as you're talking about this?
I feel sad. I feel empty.
Sad and empty. I could see your face. Your face was expressing lots of things, and I didn't know what was going on the inside, but it just felt like there was hurt or pain or something that was just kind of there. So sad and kind of empty. Those are really important words. Those are really expressive words. Thank you for being willing to share those. It's kind of personal, kind of authentic. So.
So, can I go with that? Okay.
Absolutely.
I was like, are we
doing something else now?
I don't know what's happening. So, sad and empty. How does that translate to where you are right now? Of feeling sad and empty, but not there.
Yeah. I think that's a really good way of describing it. And it's going back to what we were talking about with this guy, of he's not there, and it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
To me.
Just like your mom wasn't there, and it didn't make any sense.
Right. Yeah. And I feel like maybe this is where my one of answers comes from, is that I don't know why she's like that. But living daily life in that way, I don't really need to know. It's just that's what it is.
Yeah.
Kind of. That maybe that's just her personality. That's just who she is. But with this guy, like he lives in my building and he won't ride the elevator with me. Like, what is that about? Like I thought I knew him. I thought we knew each other, and now it's just like completely different. And so it feels like this past week, like it's been good because nothing bad has happened, but it still feels like empty and like nothing is happening. I don't know.
Yeah, like you've been abandoned or cut off for a reason that you don't know.
Yeah,
Very unclear.
very unclear.
So being unclear, and then you just mentioned there's another part of you that likes answers. It sounds like you want to know what the heck's going on. I wonder if there's some kind of connection in that space of there are times when things are confusing, or I just don't know, or I don't have the fill in the blanks. And then that's part of another part of you at other times with relationships where you seek and you find and you want to make sense of things that kind of don't make sense. Is that track? Is that do those go together, or am I going down the wrong?
No, I think you're on the right track because we were talking about anxiety and my anxiety, and I think that's part of this of why I felt like my anxiety has been heightened lately. So
With having all those loose ends and answers questions.
having all those loose ends. And yeah, like, I mean, what does that say about me? You know?
Yeah. What does it say about you? What do you think?
Well, I mean, we kind of talked about this before, but I don't like feeling like this.
Yeah.
I don't like feeling in control. I don't like that I feel like I'm pandering. I don't like that I don't know what this guy across the hall, I don't like that I feel like I don't have that control.
Yeah.
I don't like that I'm 30 and I'm alone.
Yeah.
And it's just another thing that didn't work out.
What else hasn't worked out? You hoped would have.
Well, I mean, just like kind of along the same vein of just like relationship after relationship.
Yeah.
And again, just bringing it up of like, what do I really want? Like, why do I want to be married? Even, and we talked about this before, but I don't know a lot of people who have had a lot of good marriages. So why do I even want that?
Yeah.
But why is it there? Doesn't make sense.
Why is it there when you don't have any evidence that it should be?
Right, yeah. So I feel like I'm at a point in my life where it's just the why is too big.
Yeah.
It's just, where am I going with all of this? I feel like this guy pursued me for so long, and then to just drop me, I'm too old for that. I'm too old to feel like I have a schoolgirl crush, and then it's just to work out so terribly like that. Just, it's just embarrassing. So,
What's embarrassing about it?
just that I'm in this situation again.
Yeah, and you're 30 and
Yeah.
you don't have time for it.
Right,
Yeah.
And I don't have time for it. I'm an adult with a job, and I finally got this great apartment, and I want to move out because I don't like living here this close to this person.
Yeah.
I worked hard for that apartment. Like, I don't want to just give it up, and I don't want to feel like I have to.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of like a lot of it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
When you check in, you're doing so awesome, both of you, feeling like this is okay? It feels very authentic, and I just want to make sure you.
This is not my story, so we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
She's just a great
Wonderful.
actress.
Wonderful. So I'm going to say one thing for the road and do whatever you want or not with it. Hannah, I love the wrestle. I love the I want to know that I hear you. I love the I'm not happy the way it is, and I'm not just going to sit with this and take it. I got this great apartment, and I don't want to give it up. And I'm 30, and I'm not married, but I don't have it all figured out. But I'm not going to quit on that. I want to figure this stuff out. It just feels like there's a something in you that's just like, I'm not going to just sit back and let life happen to me. That I'm trying to fight for this. I'm trying to figure out. I want this. I just want you to know that if that's accurate, what I'm saying, I love that.
Wow.
Thank you.
No, that was
Great.
But you're doing awesome.
Thank you.
We just developed these characters today, so it's
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's 2 hours or 4 hours of therapy today.
fresh.
Woo! It's like real life.
Yeah, sure.
Question. Am I asking too many questions? Because it's early. Like, is there a second session?
I mean, what, 7 minutes
Yeah.
with you? So the only thing that kind of strikes me, I feel like you come off like you know what you're doing really, really nicely. You do.
Thanks.
You're believable.
Yeah.
You have good questions, and I'm just what maybe you felt different from me is slowing it down
Okay, yeah.
and going emotional. If
Okay.
I had any feedback, just let yourself slow it down a
Yeah.
notch, and then just be looking to go not just too much to questions and cognitive, which is awesome,
Yeah.
but just look to see, because that's what I did in my 2 statements, was I went right for the heart
Yeah.
on emotional stuff, and again, that's why I want to keep it appropriate here.
Mhm.
But that would be my feedback. Slow it down.
Great.
Look for avenues to go to the feeling stuff. Empty and sad. Yeah,
Hit
wonderful. And when I give her that feedback, I mean, it's kind of personal. I kind of said, I love this about you. And it's like, and so it's empathy and it's encouraging, but it's got feeling material to it. So
Yeah.
that would be my 2 observations in my quick time with you.
Yeah, that's
Does that
really
make
helpful.
sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks,
Don't
guys.
forget to come back in about 10 minutes.
Okay, you gonna shift gears?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll try to come back.
Okay. You did it. Okay.
Okay. We have like 7 minutes left.
45.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Totally.
Okay, so give me a minute to like.
Okay.
Also, I feel really great because I was about to encourage, and I was like, I was gonna do that.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel way better about this than the one we did an hour ago.
Yeah.
That was really helpful. Okay. So, yeah, I like, what strikes me as you're sharing with me is just how much of a fighter you are, that, you know, you haven't experienced a lot of emotional connection, and you haven't, you know, had some of these things that you really want, but, you know, damn it, you're not going to let him take your apartment, and, you know, you're going to fight for the things that you want in life, and even when it doesn't make any sense, you're choosing it. Like, you're making the choice to get what you want and to be fulfilled. And that's tough, Hannah. It's really impressive that you're not giving up.
Thank you. Thank you. Doesn't feel impressive, but thank you. Yeah. I mean, I'm not, you know, I say that, but what would a girl be without an apartment? So, right, so a kick-ass apartment.
Yeah. Who said that? Carrie from Sex and the City?
Yeah, probably.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, like I know that there will be other guys, you know, this isn't the only one,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, I just gotta keep remembering that.
Yeah.
Keep thinking about it, in that this won't be like this forever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. And that you're fighting for it to be not like this forever.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't I don't know where to go from here, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I felt really vulnerable with this person. And I thought he really wanted me.
Yeah.
And so, like that, I'm okay with it taking time. It's just, it sucks.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
When someone decides that, it's not okay for you to be who you are when you thought that they were safe.
Right. And yeah, I mean, what I just keep thinking, and this is stupid, it drives me crazy. But what was it about me? What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
And I don't like thinking that. I don't love that about myself.
Yeah. It sounds like a familiar emotion, though, or a familiar thought. I wonder, am I right in hearing it that way?
Yeah. I mean, I guess yes. The simple answer is yes. I always kind of, whenever something went wrong, I went introspective. I went to what did I do?
Yeah.
What wasn't good enough? And that's kind of always where I come from.
It's very, very hard feeling like you're responsible for things that go wrong.
Yeah, it's sometimes heavy. But what if it's true? What if it's right? Yeah. And this guy with this letter, right? He sent me this thing that said I was inconsiderate and I only thought about myself. If that's the way I presented to him, who's to say that that's wrong?
Yeah.
So, and it's hard to hear, it's hard to hear that about yourself. It's hard to feel like that is just what it is, particularly for someone who I thought was a good person. And he is a good person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
You opened up to him, you showed him emotion, and he decided some things about you that maybe you don't want to be.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that. I don't want people to see me as inconsiderate and only thinking about myself. So, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he was a little messed up. Just that his dog died.
Yeah.
A few months ago, and maybe that was part of it.
Like before you met, or during your relationship?
Kind of like when we were just getting started, just getting going.
Yeah.
And yeah, just maybe that was part of it. Maybe that's why he had thought I was inconsiderate. Maybe I wasn't attending to him. So
I wonder though, do you feel that you could have had any control over how he felt? or that you were responsible?
Yeah. I mean, no. No. But, what is it? No, this question keeps coming back up, but it's like, what it is about me, though, that this is happening.
I want to take a moment here to maybe take a shift. A lot of times, those kind of messages of like, what is it about me, or taking blame, they come from pretty early on in life, and family stuff, and, your early years. And so if it's okay with you, I just want to kind of shift and see if those themes resonate with you or resonated with you when you were younger, looking back now, being less emotionally detached, knowing that some of those things weren't okay or didn't feel good. I wonder if you could locate any of that in your past.
Knowing that those things weren't good, or
Didn't
feeling
feel good,
feeling
yeah, or,
that way.
Seeing later that, that your mom was different than other moms, or maybe your dad was different. If the answer is no, there's nothing there, it's cool, but I'm just curious as to what you think.
Well, yeah, I mean, like we've been talking about with my mom, like, just cold, quiet rooms, and just, like, I can remember talking to her, and sometimes the tone of her voice was just, it was obvious she didn't want to be talking to me. And me trying to figure out as a kid, what was it about that situation? What was it about me in that situation that made her not want to talk to me? What could I have done differently to have made her tone warmer and nicer?
So you felt the blame for her not wanting to be around you, or not wanting to know more about you emotionally, that was you, that you could have done more.
Yeah. I remember being good in school, trying to impress her.
Yeah.
And trying to be a good person, trying to be a good kid, to try to, maybe this will make her happy to see me. But it just seemed all very disinterested. And it wasn't good enough. So.
It sounds like definitely some similar messages that you got from, your ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Not wanting you around, not feeling wanted, or feeling like there's more you could have done.
Yeah, that's true. And I think maybe part of the reason I feel so unhappy about it now, or just kind of shaken, is that it was just so sudden. I mean, I've had boyfriends where we broke up, obviously.
Yeah.
And, various reasons broke up. He broke up with me, I broke up with him, whatever. But I just knew, I knew what was going on. I understood what was happening.
Yeah.
So.
Made sense, had closure.
Right, exactly. And so, yeah, with this, I guess there are some similarities in that I wasn't, whatever it was about me or whatever it was with them, it felt like it was just me not being good enough. And just that cold cutoff.
It's familiar.
Familiar. Yeah.
How are you feeling as we talk about, that familiarity? What's it bringing up for you?
bringing up anxiety. I can feel it in my chest as we talk. It feels like things are tightening.
It's hard not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
Trying to find what to do.
Right. And it's just hard to sit.
Yeah.
You know, sit with it. I'm an active person. When I feel anxious, I get up and I go, and it's difficult to just try to talk about it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like the feeling.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard when you feel like there's a weight on your chest and, you know, you want to run, you want to get away from the feeling, but you can't. You have to be a part of it.
Right.
But, you know, like, I'm really proud of you for sitting with it and for choosing to know yourself and know that part of yourself and not run. It shows a lot of strength.
Thank you.
I wonder, what are some other things you see in yourself that are strength?
I'm good at my job.
Yeah.
And I find strength in that. I'm to a place right now where I know what I'm doing, and I have confidence in that.
Yeah.
Personally, though, I don't know if there's a lot of strength. Generally, I mean, you know, like short-term relationships, like thinking about dating, I know generally pretty quickly who I'm going to continue dating and who I'm not.
Yeah.
And I kind of see that as strength of I, you know, cut off a relationship. I don't let things drag on.
Yeah. You're decisive. You know what you want.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like I do have those qualities. I don't quite understand why they don't translate all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. But I do feel like as a single woman, like I'm able to live my life.
Yeah.
Generally. So
You're independent.
yeah.
Being decisive and good at your job, dedicated, independent, those are really, really great qualities to have. And they're serving you really well as you're looking to find yourself. We are close to out of time for this week. We just have a few more minutes. And so I'm curious as to some things maybe that you would be comfortable doing this week to sit with those emotions more, to go into yourself and sit with it. What are some strategies that maybe have worked for you or that you might like to try?
Well, I don't know because
Yeah.
like I said, I generally I'm a go
Active.
getter.
Yeah.
But I mean I work out and I going for a run.
Yeah.
Generally like helps me calm down. So I could do that.
Yeah. Maybe, how would you feel about maybe taking a long walk and just thinking about stuff, processing stuff? You could be active and, maybe not have some like running plugs in your ear.
Oh, that would be the
not
thing.
tune out.
Yeah, that would be the thing.
Does that sound safe or something you'd like to do?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. So this week, in preparation for next week, we're going to go on a good walk, have some thought time, and maybe you can run at the end of it. You really need to.
Okay. If I need
If you need to. How are you feeling as we walk out today?
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I still feel I don't love these feelings. I don't love how I feel.
Yeah.
But I feel okay.
Do you have the strength and determination to really do well this week? It's great talking with you today, Hannah. And you have a great week, and I really look forward to seeing you, okay? Scene. I did 40 minutes because I couldn't anymore.